We are live, and thanks for everybody for coming. 14 minutes and 18 seconds before we get everything off and running. Let's check on our orders. All right, so the bottom of the hour has approached. Thanks for attending, everybody. And we'll settle things down with the drop of the music. Drop the music. Stop the music. Drop the music. Okay, we are live, and the SHIB 50/50 raffle is underway. And we have some exciting news for you today. We are going to celebrate the upcoming events. I believe that Trump has announced that he has completed his cabinet. I think the last is the Treasury. And this one's a good one because he also believes in tariffs, so that's good. For the U.S. How about for the rest of the world? Well, it just means that it's trying to play fair with everybody is basically the bottom line. So if you hold on a second here, what are comments? Go back here. Okay, so we want to welcome every single person to this worldwide event. Nobody's in right now, but if you rewind the tape and have a look at it, I'm pretty sure you'll see this part of it. And again, we didn't sell any tickets for this 24-hour period, but we aren't all about ticket sales. We're about educating the masses. Educating the masses means that you have to understand what SHIB is, and you have to understand the concept of SHIB. So I know a lot of people don't have that audacity to understand what it is. So we didn't sell any tickets in the last 24 hours. So therefore, we will not be hosting an event tonight on as far as the raffle and the burns. We are held over for the next 24 hours to see if we sell any tickets. If we sell tickets, then we're laughing. If we don't, well, that's okay too. But we're all about building a community together. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see what we're all about. See some of what we're all about. We're not all about this, but by building a community and having everybody subscribe to the channel and taking part in a live event like tonight, you get to see just how crazy it is, and get to see how the other side lives as far as trying to build a community. And how do we build a community? So what do we need to do? We need to promote, and we need to take part in it. And like everything else, that's anything that's good takes time. Unfortunately, we need to get 20 to 30 times what we have right now that's coming into the channel, so people can start to benefit from it. That's the whole purpose of it. Now, can I host games? Can I do giveaways? Well, the giveaway would have been the raffle. So if you don't buy a ticket, you can't take part in a giveaway. And then to watch the reduction of the SHIB circulating supply, which everybody should be taking part in. So right now we are at 10 minutes, 10 minutes and 12 seconds before we do a raffle draw. So this would be the build up for that raffle, and then the excitement and the looming lucrative part of the whole SHIB raffle orchestration. So without further ado, we'll get into today's events and talk about how we're going to build on this community. So one is, I'd like to hear from each of you to see how you react to certain events. Like we'll break down every night. We'll come in It's going to be roughly around the same routine, right? Unfortunately, we're going to come in and we're going to talk about how many wallet holders have come into SHIB. And right now we'll do we'll share the links. Then we'll go back, have a look at it, check it out, and then explain to everybody what we're seeing here. So as SHIB builds a bigger community, we also need to build a bigger branch. I have to create a blog post. You have to create an FAQ so that everybody can keep up to date on what's going on. So if you look right here, it says down right here, guys, I don't know if anyone can see it. It says 1,433,303. Okay. On my website, if you looked at the website, it's right here on the side for comments. It says SHIB worldwide is SHIB 5050raffle.com. If you click that, you're going to get this link. It's going to give you where we just were. And I got to go in and make some changes to my website. So I'm going to go in here. Just give me a second. Should have done this earlier, but earlier it was lower for the numbers. Now it's higher. So okay. SHIB's price is also higher. It's sitting at $25.46, I believe. We'll get right into that too. And it hasn't changed in price as far as the pound. Okay. And we're keeping it same as the pound. 25.31 right now currently. We'll just update it, make sure. Yeah. BTC for Jason Cox if he comes in. 98,818.57 right now currently. Okay. So for those that are watching BTC, and we'll share the link. We'll share the page. And you can see it. So then we'll talk about BTC Bitcoin, 98,893. And everybody's getting very excited, very pumped up for the 100,000. And they've been floating around there. They got 99,604, I believe, earlier today, and jumped back down a little bit. Ethereum has not exploded like we thought it would. Ethereum was supposed to, in my opinion, be at all-time highs right now and testing 6,000, 7,000, between 6,000 and 7,000. And we are way off of that. We're at 33, 45, 94. Tether, same. Okay, Solana 256.62. BNB 635.74. XRP 159, up 10%, almost 10%. So that's pretty damn good for XRP. That's more than what people anticipated. Doge 41 cents. So if Doge is at 41 cents, how come SHIB is still at 24, 25, 34? Good questions. Can't answer them. It's just the way it is. Cardano is now at 109. Tron is at 20 cents. Avalanche 42.52. Toncoin $5.49 currently. Stellar is 39 cents, 0.17. So 39 cents for Stellar XLM. Chainlink is 16.53 at number 15, and Polkadot is almost on at $7. So Polkadot should be roughly around the $14 mark right now. It is way off its pattern, so that's interesting. Remember that in the last bull run, Polkadot got to $60, right? So $56, $57 in the last bull run. It just touched the $57 mark, and then downstream. Now, a few people have said that they don't expect it to get back there. I don't know why. I would suspect that it has something to do with the supply of, because it's almost $1 billion in circulating supply. So I I don't. I think that they might have something on that. I'm not sure, but if Polkadot does get to an all-time high of about $70, that would be massive, a massive undertaking. But they're expecting it to hit $24 to $30 for Polkadot. SUI, I have no idea. It's $3.53. All these coins, every single one of them except for Bitcoin and SHIB, are the only non-governance coins, only non-government digital asset. Okay. Now, Bitcoin has a halving, so it increases the amount of coins that are outstanding every single day. So it's like minting its own coin, but it's not. It's got a market cap of 21 million, or that's so they say. So it's putting more coins on the marketplace every single day. That's Bitcoin. SHIB, on the other hand, is reducing its circulating supply every single day, and we're going to share that circulating supply with you right now. Okay, so if we looked at yeah, so if we looked at the burn, burns. Hold on a second here. We would see that they're 410 trillion, 737 billion, 383, 179, 394. Total max supply 589, 262, 162, 823, 605. According to SHIB burn. Why do we care about SHIB burn? There's others that say we have only 589, 260. Okay, and I've seen that on in the Etherscan. We went back here, said that the circulating supply was lower, but it's only lower by 2 billion. Okay, so I got to keep that in mind too, right? It's only 2 billion that it seems like a lot when you're talking 589, but it is a lot. So it would be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo! And we would be hosting the raffle right now if it were a live event, and we would be coming on to you. We want to sing a big shout out to every single buddy as we host this amazing raffle. And we would be looking at going through all the numbers right now. So we would be sending them all out to everybody. Depending on how many ticket sales we did, we need a minimum of 21,000 to host a raffle. So every single day would be the start of basically the exact same way it just started, so that everybody could see the benefits of the raffle. Mm-hmm. We would go in here and Yeah. Bear with me for 2 seconds, guys. I'm going through and changing, updating the website. Okay. All right. Okay, so the website is updated. Okay, so with the SHIB burns, what I want to know how everybody feels about SHIB burns. What do you know? What don't you know? This is our proof, guys. I mean, you have people coming in, and you have people reducing the circulating supply. So you want to see that it's being reduced every single day. With the last 14 hours, someone burned 4 million SHIB. And the last 11 hours, someone burned 1 million SHIB. And 6 hours ago, someone burned another million SHIB. Okay, so it doesn't seem like a lot, but you think about it. How many people here burn SHIB on a daily basis? How many people, right? Burn it on a daily basis. So a lot of people sit there and say, you want SHIB to grow in value, but you don't want to do any burns. You want SHIB to grow in value, but you don't know how it's going to grow in value if no one wants to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. And the only ones that are going to reduce it are those that are sitting on a massive amount of it, because they're the only ones that's going to make a difference when it comes to reducing the circulating supply. So you need trillions to reduce SHIB circulating supply. But who wants to put that much money towards something that is supposed to benefit everybody if you're not being recognized for it? So that's the thing. That's the other thing that's going on. So what the raffle was supposed to do is bring people together. It creates a wealth generator. As you reduce the circulating supply, you add wealth to everybody that's in the SHIB. That's in SHIB, right? You create wealth for them. So the raffle does two things. It brings people together, because the more you reduce, the more demand you drive. Now, the psychology behind it is it hasn't hit people, and they haven't got educated in it. And that's the whole purpose of the educational part of SHIB. If you reduce the circulating supply, you increase the value of that supply. So if you decrease the number of that's available to everybody, that means that people start paying attention to it, start to realize, hey, wait a second, if it's reducing its circulating supply every single day, how come I'm not taking advantage of this? Because I'm going to make a lot of money in it. I'm going to make a lot of money as it reduces its circulating supply. So, and there's no person on the planet who doesn't want to make money. Because if you believe that this isn't a guaranteed investment, and I can't prove it to you beyond a reasonable doubt that this is a guaranteed investment, then this is not your investment tool for you. This only comes, guys, this only comes around once in a lifetime. And yes, it's so outrageous that it's hard to believe that this is possible. But I'm telling you right now, this is more than plausible. This is an absolute. And with the raffle draws from the world, I want to express to you that this would be a massive undertaking from every single person on the planet. This would be a massive driver to create this amazing opportunity within the SHIB community, family, army, as we would say, right? There isn't a single person on the planet who doesn't want to make money. Can we agree on that? There's not a single person here on the planet that doesn't want to make money. Every single person wants to make money. We are now live, and yes, there's a huge benefit to having everybody come together and being part of the SHIB network. Everybody should be wanting to take part in this. There isn't a single soul on the planet that shouldn't want to take part in this raffle. And we want to have fun doing it, guys. We want to make sure everybody's having fun making money, right? And you're probably looking at it going, well, right now, nobody's making money. We haven't sold a ticket. We haven't sold a single ticket. I was the one that put the 600 ticket sales on there to because I don't like showing zeros. I think zeros show the wrong perspective of it. So that's why I did it that way. And we'll share this link. See if it's coming up. Share the link. Come on, share the link. We got a bit of a delay going on, so have to bear with me on this. Okay. Let's try. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, so this is the homepage of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. If you notice up in the corner here, it says on here, it gives you the explanation and the comments, the SHIB 50/50 raffle. So that's a homepage for every single person to attest and come in and see. What we want to do for you is important. We want to increase awareness. We want to share our aspects. We'll go into every time we come on, we want to share what we do and educate you in what SHIB is doing. So we're going to come in here and I want to share this. I think I'm sharing. I think I'm sharing this link with you right now. The SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Oh, apparently not. Okay. Now I am. Okay. 23 hours and 48 minutes. So we were at the top of the hour at 5:56 right now. And in 4 minutes, if we sold, let's say we sold 75,000 tickets, we would have enough to host a raffle. Now we'd have only one winner if we sold 75,000 tickets. Is that the goal, to sell 75,000 tickets? No, the goal is to sell 16 billion tickets. It would take a little longer than a day to figure out how many people. I would hire a few people to get it done. On my end, I don't know about Prince's end, but if we were talking 16 billion tickets sold, we would have zero supply, guys. Okay, we would have zero supply. Well, no, we have 22 billion left, so we would have what, 6 trillion tokens. 6 trillion or 2 trillion. We'd have between 2 and 6 trillion tokens left on the marketplace for trading. Now, majority of those are going to be held by wallets that probably do not trade SHIB on a daily basis. We have 30 trillion SHIB that do not trade at all. So more than that. About 50 trillion, because we have 5 trillion that's being staked right now. So those are out. Those are gone. And we have 30 trillion, at least 30 trillion that aren't being traded. And then another 8 to 10 trillion, easy 40 trillion not being traded. So you're looking at between 50 trillion to 60 trillion not being traded on a daily basis. So therefore, all of those are held. So if they're not being utilized, that means they're not being sold. Thank you, Babes Channel. Woo! Got some entertainment going on for some people. All right. Thanks, Babes, for coming. Woo! Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having Gabriel. I'm looking forward to Cox. I'm looking for a whole bunch of people coming in. I keep hearing people wanting to take part. Subscribe to the channel and like the channel and see if it's in their best interest or not. But this is a worldwide event. This is worldwide, guys. Every single person should be taking advantage of it. Shouldn't be one person not taking advantage of this. This is massive. It's a phenomenon. I started this because I thought that a raffle and SHIB doesn't have any governance. I thought that this would have hit home to a lot of people sitting in SHIB. 5 million viewers on X, 10 million on YouTube, roughly, SHIB supporters. But I don't see any SHIB supporters coming in and liking, subscribe, and taking part in this. And that blows my mind, because I know for a fact they appreciate anybody coming up and making a statement saying that they love reducing the circulating supply of SHIB. And if you don't reduce the circulating supply of SHIB, we cannot see major gains in SHIB. Well, the raffle is supposed to do that for you. Bring people in and reduce the circulating supply roughly at the same time. So this would be a big, awesome event for every single person on the planet. And there's no doubt that you should be part of it. Every single person should be promoting it. That is something that I still don't understand to this day, why the 50-50 raffle isn't something that just should grab everybody and say, hey, we're reducing the circulating supply. So isn't that a benefit to everybody that holds SHIB? Exactly. But it's not available unless people come in, take part, subscribe, and reduce. And just because I'm hosting it doesn't mean I have to sell tickets. I'm selling the whole idea of coming, taking part in something, hitting the like button, welcoming everybody in, and then saying thank you. And I'd sit there and say, you're welcome. I'm trying to do what everybody wants SHIB to do: reduce, build, grab. Everybody, thumbs up, babes. Rowena Burgess, thank you so much. Wena Burgess, thank you. And thank you enough for coming and taking part in today's events. And absolutely massive shout out to everybody who comes in. I think that the people who don't come in are missing out in a big way. It's an extraordinary event that we've got going on here that builds on the huge community of the world. And I'm shocked that it's not getting more traction. I'm literally blown away by how much we're not gaining on traction. I thought for sure that everybody loved to find out how SHIB is doing and how the burns are affecting our everyday lives by increasing our wealth. I thought everybody in the world wanted to make more money. I guess everybody is either they don't know about SHIB and the reducing supply of SHIB, or they're just on the fence about it. Or maybe they're under the disbelief that we're not going to burn any. Well, we can't burn any if we don't sell tickets. That's the thing. So we have to sell tickets in order to burn SHIB's circulating supply. So in order to reduce it, we want to work with every single person on the planet to do it. And we need all the support from every single person on the planet so that they can understand, buy, and get their butts together and get into SHIB as soon as possible. I did talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, XRP, Trump. I talked about Trump and his cabinet shuffle. The GST, I didn't really want to get into it because I really can't talk about the GST for Canada. There's 43 million people in Canada. I'm Canadian, but the raffle's a worldwide event. It's based on economics, like 1,000%. And do I care that we are selling this to the individuals or not? I do, because I rather see people make money rather than the banks make money. And right now, the banks are the ones stealing it from you, from the people. And it's going to happen one way or the other. If you like it, you don't like it. It's just the way it is. Okay, so we are at 6:04. 6:04. No. It's supposed to be. Okay. See if it kicks over. Okay. Guess if that both kicked over. Or for the share link. Okay, so like I said before, when we start these events, that I like to share the links with you and then go through the numbers. So these are the numbers of the wallet holders. 42,953. This hasn't changed in the last 48 hours. This one has changed in the last 48 hours. It's now 41 from Binance and 39. That is BlackRock, I believe. So these two are BlackRock, and this is crypto.com. 34 trillion, 960. Now, I don't know how much crypto.com is holding, but I do know that they're holding. You see these here? These are not being traded. Okay, so we got this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are not being traded. And these are 5 trillion each. That's 30 trillion right there that aren't being traded. Gate.io, 30 trillion that they own, that they will sell on the marketplace once they get to their price target, which should be soon. So this is 3 trillion that they have not traded. That means they're holding it. Bitflyer. That's why I'm saying to you, if they're holding it and they're not trading it, that tells you something. That means that they bought it and will start selling it, but they're going to be selling it on their platform, so they're going to charge fees. Now they can charge lower fees for those buy-ins because they're smart that way. Every single exchange should be doing the exact same thing, except Gate.io should have 20 trillion, not, because if you look at it, there's 30 trillion here that is not being traded. Now, a lot of people think that this 30 trillion is India. Okay. So they're sitting on 30 trillion that they are not trading. And they're not selling it to anybody. So it's very important. Okay. Binance, another Binance. Okay. But it shows you the inflows and outflows of Binance. So there's a little bit of finance going on, 2.5. And if you look down here, there's 2.5. Exact same amount. You see that? The exact same amount in and out from different wallets. So it's trying to manipulate it, showing it's got higher on the top than it is on the bottom. But the truth of the matter is, all they did was move from one wallet to the other wallet. They haven't changed nothing. It's the exact same amount. Okay. Qcoin, 1.8. Now they did have 4 trillion at one time and they've sold off. So I'm thinking that it's on their exchange. That's what's on their exchange. So that's people buying and selling on Qcoin's exchange. Qcoin by itself should be like Gate.io and keep a certain amount of what they're trading on their platform so they don't have to pay fees on that platform. So if they do that, they'd be smarter than what they are right now, because what they are right now is all it is they're being everybody's being able to use their on there and then on and off their exchange. So it's going back onto the marketplace. If they're smart, they would be buying it and selling it on theirs, keeping track of the valuations, and then charge a lower fee based on the fees that they purchased it at a lower price, right? So they can buy more, hold it, and then trade it off. And every single cryptocurrency exchange should be doing the exact same thing, especially when it comes to SHIB, because SHIB is what? Reducing its circulating supply. So if it reduces its circulating supply, it's going to be adding value. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage of that by lowering the fees so that when it comes time for you to make money, you're making money because of the exchange rates. Because it's not on Ethereum platform. It's on Qcoin's platform. Qcoin's making the money. So they're buying it from you and then selling it back to you, charging you a fee. Now, if they were smart, they'd keep the fee, reduce the circulating supply with that fee or a percentage of that fee, and then that would increase the value while they're holding all that SHIB. Does it make any sense to anybody what I'm saying? Do you get it? This is that education part that I was talking about, that I really wanted to focus on and tell you about. This is where the meat and potatoes are of the SHIB development is. So that when you understand what's going on, then you can understand that what's the benefits of holding SHIB and why would I buy SHIB and for the long haul? Because any moment SHIB could explode without any knowledge. The banks would buy SHIB in a heartbeat if they found this out, because they would do this. They would open up an exchange rate and they would lower everybody's fees, and then everybody go into their branch of what they're doing. They would buy enormous amount of SHIB, 200, 300, 400 trillion SHIB, just to take away everybody's market value. It's like a monopoly. You know what a monopoly is? You control the inflows because you've got the lowest fees that are available to everybody. So if you got the lowest fees, like Robinhood's got a massive low fee because it's on their platform. They're holding 80 trillion or 140 trillion SHIB on their platform. Now, people are trading it every single day, but they're trading it between each other. That's how come the fees are so low. But they're not smart, because if they were smart, they would start reducing the circulating supply based on transactions that are happening. 1%, 2%, 3% of the transactions that are happening. Because it's their money. It's not your money, it's their money. You're paying them the fee to do it. And yes, there's little charge to it, but when the banks do it, the banks are going to be leveraging it against their fiat currency. Because if they do it to their fiat currency is worthless. So what happens is I'm lending it out on micro loans every single time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with an AI platform, and then I'm going to start asking the AI bot that I have. I'm going to start asking it to start calculating the transactions in between each one. And then each one of those is going to have a 25 cent or 10 cent reduction in SHIB circulating supply. We want to do that on a minute-to-minute basis. And then after 5 days or 6 days, how much money have accumulated between there? Well, if they hold 400 trillion SHIB and they start maximizing their inflows, and this is just one scenario, guys, only one scenario with one bank. Now, imagine every single bank trying to pull this stunt off. And they would try and buy 400 trillion or try and buy 100 trillion SHIB just so they could pull this stunt off, where the inflows and outflows of the fiat currency, not SHIB's currency, fiat currency is going in, and it's being manipulated back and forth minute by every second. It's being manipulated by every second. And in those seconds, there's 85 to 95 cents being transferred back and forth. That 85 to 95 cents that's being transferred back and forth is being utilized to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. By doing that, that inflows the amount of SHIB gaining in value every second. And that's why if the banks found out about it, that's why it's very, very dangerous, because none of you would get the opportunity to buy SHIB. Right? The banks would control it, and you would have zero chance of obtaining it. Or you'd have a chance of obtaining it, but at a very low margin and at a very high price. That is the point of why it is so important to understand what education in SHIB is. Because in any one of these scenarios that breaks out, it can happen in a heartbeat as soon as they realize just what SHIB and the power behind SHIB is. That's why it's so important that everybody starts communicating with everybody, because banks are going to eventually find this out. I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer. I'm sure there's lots of other people who that noticed this and hasn't taken advantage of it. But how long before the banks find out about it? How long before the hedge fund managers find out about it? And once they find out about it, you're going to be paying 13, 14, and you will still, in your mind, how can this possibly be 15, 16 cents right now with that much supply? It's because all the people that are in control of it own it all. Makes sense? They control the currency. They control the inflows and outflows. And that supply is going to be vastly dissipated quickly because they're holding it and they're reducing it. So it drives up the price even further. So your 14 cents, you're going, oh, I can't, that's way too expensive for SHIB. I'm not getting in. There's no way. It's still got 589. Holy crap, the valuation on SHIB is outrageous. Yeah, it's outrageous right now. And then a week, a month, 2 months later, all of a sudden you realize SHIB doesn't have trillions anymore. It's got billions. What happened? What happened to the supply? Yeah, and what happened to the price? The price isn't 12 cents, 14 cents anymore. It's $30. Holy crap. But it still has over a billion, 5 billion, 6 billion, 80 billion, 100 billion, 300 billion SHIB still outstanding. Yeah, and who's holding all those billions? Oh, yeah, still the banks. Still the banks. Still countries. Still, and it's still being reduced, and now it's being reduced on a massive scale. So, yeah, it's slowed down the burn rate. No, it's going to increase the burn rate because the amount of supply that's out there and the price that it is. You don't understand, right? You don't get it. Okay, I'll tell you what's happening. The faster we grow, the more it burns. Because now everybody's catching on. Everybody wants to take part and going, oh, this is a steal at $30. Everybody else was saying, oh my God, how much am I paying for this? It's 13 cents. I don't want to afford that. Now it's $30. And it was like, well, how the frick did that happen? I don't understand. And now there's no supply. I mean, well, it had trillions. Now it's got billions. Okay. And now it's still hundreds of billions of SHIB. That's still a lot of supply. And then a year later, you realize it and say, holy crap, it's under $1 billion SHIB in circulating supply, but the price is $3,000. And you still can't figure it out. How come it's the valuation, the market cap on it is so high? Everybody wants it now. Every single person on the planet wants to get in. So now it's not about the $30, the $40, the $50. Now it's all of a sudden it's got demand behind it. And once it gets the demand behind it, every organization, every company, everybody wants it, and the banks don't want to let you have it. And they drive the price up, and they're in control. And what happens is they're the ones reducing the circulating supply, so you can't afford it. It's the same problem you had before. You couldn't see the forest through the trees, and now the banks are making you pay for it. That's my 2 cents for you today. On a more positive note, that's why I was trying to get this message out to every single person on the planet to bring awareness to what we're doing, what's going on. Okay, so that is that educational part. HTX Bybit 1.166 trillion, 1.163 for Bybit. If you look up here, there's KuCoin, Gate.io, 1.7. So that's almost 5 trillion, guys. Almost 5 trillion for Gate.io. Binance. Again, Binance is the Q dog of all because they're the ones that are starting to realize what BlackRock is doing with Robinhood, and they're starting to catch on to it. But the rest of the exchanges have not figured it out yet. But how long before they don't figure it out? That's the question. And do you want to be part of it or you want to be lapsed? Okay, let me share this. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Doge, and we're going to talk about Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. Okay, so what do they all have in common? You can buy their tickets, their concert tickets, with your SHIB. Now, I talked about this before, yesterday and the day before. I'm going to talk about it today too, only because I'd only have a few people on. And it's called the May 22nd. Anyone know what May 22nd is? May 22nd is Bitcoin Pizza Day. That's right, Bitcoin Pizza Day. So anyone who knows what Bitcoin Pizza Day is all about, it's about you going out and spending your SHIB on pizzas. And you would be giving a lot of SHIB away, like millions of SHIB, because 1 million SHIB is $25. So to buy 2 pizzas, it's going to cost you 2 million SHIB. Now, SHIB goes to $8,000. You would have had how much? So those become a very expensive pizza or hot dog or hamburger. You name it, you got it, right? 1 million SHIB. Can you imagine next year, 2 years from now, because everybody catches on to Amazon, what they're doing, and everybody follows suit with Amazon, like Alibaba, um, GM, Ford, because they're all suffering right now because of there's no money. There's no money for the vehicles. There's no money for those things, right? So what do? You offset it. How do you offset it? Oh, wait, now I can buy SHIB. Okay, I can buy enormous amounts of SHIB, write that off against the fiat currency that I used and then I got wiped out on the electrical vehicles that I was trying to sell and hedge it that way. Okay, they haven't caught on to it either. So all those that have an opportunity, they have an opportunity right now to gain as much SHIB as possible. Now, for those that are just getting in the market, I got you. You just got in. How do I get into SHIB? I'm in this country. I'm in that country. I don't understand what are my choices. How much is it going to cost me to get in my country? And here's the truth of the matter: SHIB is relatively inexpensive as a top 20 currency, and it is the only currency that is worth your while to get into because it's so cheap. So not only is it sitting in the top 20, and you're going to say, well, Pepe's sitting there too. Pepe has governance, guys. All these coins have governance. The only one that doesn't have any governance, Bitcoin and SHIB. SHIB and Bitcoin have zero governance. They're the only two that have zero governance. Bitcoin is still minting. SHIB is reducing its circulating supply. I'd rather be in something that's reducing its circulating supply than something that is minting or could possibly mint. And a lot of people say, well, Crow is good. Yes, Crow is good. I'm not saying that these other currencies aren't good. They're just not guaranteed investments. And the only thing that makes SHIB a guaranteed investment is because it's reducing its circulating supply. If SHIB wasn't reducing its circulating supply, there's no guarantee. So this is why you look at it and go, I need to get into it. It doesn't matter. The possibilities are endless. The amount that I can make off SHIB is enormous. And it is going to happen. We just don't know when it's going to happen. But it's going to happen on a massive scale. And it's going to happen quickly once it starts because everybody's going to want a piece of it. It doesn't matter who you are. And the thing is that the organizations around the world have not caught on to it, which is a huge benefit to those that want to get in right now. And yes, you can transform your life based on it, like your whole existence based on SHIB. Now, it hasn't taken effect right now. Absolutely. When could it explode? It could happen tonight. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. It could happen next month. We just don't know. It could happen in the next hour. We just don't know. All it takes is one bank, one national bank from any country in the world to start to realize what SHIB can do for them. And it is over just like that because of the market cap is so small. If it was like Solana, if it was Ethereum, it's harder to take that advantage because it's got to come up with that much money. But when you're talking about 14 billion, 15 billion dollars, all it takes is one or two phone calls and they make a decision based on it and then they start buying it. And do they buy small? No, they don't. They go in and it's balls to the wall because they want to get it as quickly, as fast, and as humanly possible. So they buy it, they wait for a pullback, they buy more. They see the pattern and they start taking advantage of it. And right now, I can tell you that it's in the prime of that happening. because it hasn't moved much. Okay, so when people see that it hasn't moved, it gives them the ability to make huge moves very quickly. I'm expecting once they start catching on, you're going to see competition coming in. This national bank, then this national bank, and this national bank, this national bank. And the reason why Canada hasn't caught on to it, they're too busy spending it, not realizing how they can make it. If they caught on to it, SHIB would have flew, because our prime minister has no problem spending $58 billion on stuff that doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything. So your Katy Perry and your Taylor Swift tickets can be bought with SHIB through BitBuy. Okay, so anyone wanting to go out there and spend $2,000 worth of SHIB, you're absolutely more than happy to do it. But you'll probably go down in history as the guys that bought Taylor Swift tickets with their SHIB currency in a couple of years, or 8 months from now, 9 months from now. And then everybody's sitting back and going, well, how the hell could SHIB be at 2, 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents? And then everybody would have had sold. I got news for you. People are going to sell long before it gets to a penny. And it'll probably shoot over a penny faster than anyone could expect, because they won't have the balls to wait for 1 penny. It'll get close. It'll get to about 307, 3074, 3075, and then come back down, because that's when they're going to be taking profit off the table. I don't really need that much to make that much. And I'm silly to wait for the 1 cent, because it's me like the guy from Deutsche who said, I'm not selling until it gets to $1, and it never got to $1. Okay, they don't want to be the same guy waiting for it to hit 1 cent, and this is as close as it's going to get at 7.5, 7.4, and then everybody starts selling off, but they're not paying attention to what's going on, and there's more people buying than selling. That's going to be the trick. Or there's going to be big whales jumping in. Those are the big banks, and they're buying it from you for pennies on the glass, and they're the ones driving it up to 3, 4, 5 cents, because they're stealing it from you, and they have no problem stealing it from you. And then once it's stolen, they reduce. So now, if they reduce the circulating supply, because they're not putting it back on the market, they want to reduce it so it increases SHIB's valuation. You understand that? And then when it increases that evaluation, that means that SHIB's price is not 2, 3 cents anymore. It's 80 cents. I told you it's got a 4-to-1 ratio. Okay? 4 times your money every time you reduce, enough of it is going to increase its value by 4 times. That's not a lie. That is a fact. So if it's 2 or 3 cents, 4 times its money is how many? Is 8 cents, 10 cents. Okay. So now they just quadruple their money. They've only burned a portion of it, 20, 30, 40% of it, or 50% of it, to gain 4 times that. Exactly. So every time they reduce it, there's a 4 times the reduction of that valuation that they just did on. Now, if they only burn 20 million SHIB, it's going to have 0 effect. It has to be a percentage, guys. It can't be a 0.25%, 0.1%. It's actually going to be a full percentage point. So if you burn 2%, 3%, you're going to see 3 to 4 times that percent. You understand that? That's the concept of it, the 4-to-1. Okay, so this is Will, your host. Thank you, everybody, for coming and taking part in today's educational portion of the SHIB 50/50 raffle. I'm sorry that we weren't able to host a raffle today, but I'm 100% sure that everybody coming in will understand what we're trying to do here. If you read the banner in the bottom, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure, if you're want to be part of the team and want to get paid to do data entry or data analyst, or be a data analyst, make sure you send a big shout out. Let us know that you're interested, because we only want people who are interested in what we're doing. and what we're trying to do for the world. Okay, we don't want people in here that doesn't understand what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is build a community together. So we want a worldwide event. We want to build a worldwide population that revolves around SHIB so that everybody can benefit from it. Now, I don't want to see anyone left behind. I hate that. I think that Jesus put you in here for a reason and helped us educate you and get you onto a new platform and a better way of life to get you financially independent. And that's our whole goal, is to get you excited about your future in SHIB and with every single person in here, so that you can now take part in being a massive branch out and support link for the entire SHIB army or community or family. And that's our bottom line. We want to help every single person on the planet become part of our family. And we are part of the SHIB community, family, or army, depending on how you want to look at it. It doesn't matter as long as you're part of it. And we all want to be part of something bigger than ourselves. And this is definitely bigger than ourselves. We don't want to live in our own corner of a world and then have it so we don't understand or don't have a concept of what we want to do. I'm Will, your host. Thanks again for coming. Give big shout outs to Babe's channel, Rowena Purges. Yes, hi, thank you, love you. Big shout out to Wena, Babe's channel. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you for coming. Take part. God bless each and every one of you. Jesus loves you. We say our prayers together. Remember that we wouldn't be here without Jesus Christ. So we have to make massive praise. We do everything to the glory of Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, everybody. Peace. Cheers. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.